Welcome to the Art of Hitting channel. Today we're going to talk about 3 principles that every hitters do. The load, the stride, the transfer of the weight with the rotation of the back toe and rotating hips. And they put that together in what I call the 3 T's of hitting. I found this video online with this young man, obviously talking about baseball, and I'll connect the baseball swing and the softball swing, very similar in ways. Obviously, the difference is the speed of the ball coming to the plate, that kind of thing. But mechanics are pretty much very similar. Like I said, 3 principles: load, stride, and rotate your swing. Load, stride, rotate your swing. Let's listen to what the young man has to say, and then I'm going to lead you through some clips of some great softball hitters, and you can watch their swings and see if it, meets the 3 principal rules.
Ways to train, but there is no argument in these 3 things, 3 simple things that all great hitters do. If you're looking to be a great hitter, learn to do these 3 things, understand them, perfect them, and do them every time you swing. The first thing that all great hitters do when they swing is they shift their weight back. I call it loading up. There's probably hundreds of names for this weight shift back. But in essence, it's the same reason if you had a ball and you were looking to throw it really hard, you would first get some weight and energy back loaded so that when you fire, you have something to transfer into that throw. It's the same concept with hitting. We need a little rhythm, and we need to get a little weight back into the inside of our back leg so that we have something to transfer through contact. Second thing all great hitters do is after they load or as they load, that front heel is going to come off the ground. A lot of us turn that heel lifting off the ground into a stride or a step. So we load up, that heel comes off the ground. The front heel comes off the ground. If we're staying on the inside of our back foot, we're not going to be able to stay loaded forever, and we have to land on that front toe. So we load and we stride onto that front toe. Now, some people don't stride. Some people just lift that heel and they're on their toe. And sometimes when you're instructing the youngest players, these 4, 5, and 6-year-olds, you don't even tell them to stride. You can tell them to rock their weight back and lift that heel. And then naturally, it might turn into a little step. Now, when you're on your toe, I like to tell players it's the feeling of testing the water at the side of a swimming pool. To see if the water's hot or cold, you put your toe in. So when you're testing the water, you're really focused on keeping your weight back here so you don't fall in the pool. When we stride, that's a good swing thought, to be soft on that front toe and test the water. Is this perfect? Probably not. You're going to find some hitters that maybe are a little more aggressive when they stride out, some hitters that are less aggressive. But either way, a good tip, a good swing thought when you're building your swing or you're teaching young hitters is to be soft on that front foot. Even in my college and professional days, one of the things I had to visit anytime my hitting was not at its best was how was I landing on that front foot? Was I being soft on that front foot, or was I jumping out a little too fast, too early? The last thing that great hitters do is once they load and they test that water, they're going to put that front heel down and transfer their weight up onto that back toe. Most great hitters, at the end of their swing, those back shoelaces are going to be towards the pitcher. They're going to rotate that lower half. But the cue of transferring our weight up onto that back toe should get us where we need to be. 3 basic things. We load, test the water, pop up onto that back toe. Take a look, some of the best players slow their swings down, and you will be able to identify these 3 things that all great hitters do. Let's look at our youngest players, a 4-year-old. Get them in a balanced stance with their hands by their shoulder. Tell them to rock their weight back and lift that front heel. Then tell them, cut the ball in half and end up on your back toe. And if they can freeze their finish, they're on their way to being able to hit right away. Let's look at a 12-year-old all-star that's starting to see off-speed pitches for the first time. The reason he can't hit curveballs, the reason she can't hit changeups is because when they load and step, they've committed all their energy to a fastball speed. They're in the pool, nothing left. So if we can get that player, some on the tee, some in batting practice, to land soft and keep some weight back, then when we see that curveball, changeup, we have a little lag, we can shift a little slower to start, let the ball travel, and take that off-speed pitch middle away. If you can get these 3 things down so you never have to think about them anymore and they're happening naturally, you're just reacting to a pitch because you've done these 3 things thousands of times, you're on your way to becoming a great hitter. Coaches, let's start our youngest players.
This video was made by Bogey. Man, it's a great video. It amazes me the rhythm and mechanics of both Babe Ruth and Mike Macenko being very similar. It's hard to tell the difference. Now, both men were big people. Mike was a little better shape than Babe Ruth, but and Mike was he was a stud when he was a young man, a big old fella, Mike Macenko. Just watch the rhythm. It's like magic putting it all together. Now let's listen to Bob Wakdke put his little 2 cents into this mix.
Leading with your hands is one of the most important things you can learn from this video. It will increase your bat speed more than any other part of this video. So what I'm talking about is then when the pitch is coming, you've got the hips rotated, and as your hips are rotating, you keep your hands back. Your hands are back here. Keep the bat head back and snap your wrists and your elbows at the same time, and that takes the bat head from here to here. If you snap your wrist too soon, you get out here and you drag the bat through, that slows your bat speed down. You want to snap it. Don't come out and break your wrist out here and swing like this. It's like chopping a tree down. If you ever chop the tree down, the tree's in front of you, you don't swing and chop the tree down with the axe like this, because that's slow bat speed. You want to do this. Snap, lead with your hands, keep the bat head back. Here.
Notice how my hands are back, all my weight's gone forward. And now my hips will rotate and I'll pull my hands through, keeping the bat head back until it gets to my front shoulder. Pulling that bat stop. This is where you see my hands are just past my front shoulder. I'm starting to break my wrist. Just pull that bat through, keeping the bat head back until it gets past your shoulders, and then snapping your wrist and exploding into the ball.
Bat speed is taking the bat head from here to here. That's your bat speed. So the more you can lead with your hands and snap your wrist at the last second, that'll get you bat speed. That's what you want. The most important thing you can learn
Now,
from
I
this
am
video.
putting this in here because this is Dan Carlson, co-host on the Dugout, who's got a really a set of great mechanics. Look at his swing here. And he's had that walk-up style, and he walks up, And then when he stops, he sets there. Let's go through it again. You see he goes back. It's nice and rhythmatic, and there's other, obviously, rhythm in that. But he stops. He's loading, stepping, and swinging. Now watch a few swings of this guy, Ed Rose, and look at the smoothness of those.
Boy, it looks like batting practice right now.
Our next batter.
3 batters, 3 on.
Here's the last home run.
14.
Gets a good pitch. Puts all this weight into it and just crushes it.
See you later. Send that telegraph home to Mom, huh? That looks like it could be another one.
Or actually, Ed Rose.
Oh, and it's off his glove. And he is hustling it. Keep running. He's going to get a stand-up third off that. And Florida French are pumped up.
But I think they've got the score determined now. Okay, leading off the bottom of the 4th inning for the Florida Crush, we have number 14, Ed Rose. And that ball's smacked into center field.
He's going for 2, and there's the throw. Not in time.
Let's look at one of the great ones, Wendell Ricard, and his timing. Not too many better.
Why do you use a overlap grip?
I use it for extra leverage and more whip action into the ball. I get more distance and little more velocity. It's weird when you try it, but just continue doing it, and it becomes so natural you will never be able to swing regular again.
Spend a lot of time trying to get the certain videos out of my my storage, if you will, my filing system, to emphasize the video I'm working on. And here's one with Gary Benton, who's a member of the club, and this is pretty much an excellent mechanical swing right there off the tee, talking about what we're doing. You see him loading, you see him striding to load. He's back on that back foot. He's going to go forward a little bit. There he is, down. Now he's going to come around, snap them hands almost like what Bob was saying. See that you can't get much better picture perfect than that. So there you go, folks. I hope you enjoyed. Please hit subscribe. We're trying to get up to 2,000. We're only I think it's 100 now. Help me out.